Hello everybody, welcome back to Suburbs of Seattle. I'm your host Andrey Gulyy, and today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of owning a condo. The pros and cons of owning a condo. Let's start off with the first con, and the first downside to owning a condominium is the fact that there's an HOA that rules it, right? You have a homeowners association that stipulates different rules and different regulations of what you can or cannot do with your unit. Now, I know there are homeowners associations with new construction developments as well, in regular housing, right? Regular single family homes. However, those associations tend to be a lot less strict than ones that rule a condominium complex. And I know because I've owned a condo before, and it is not fun if you, for example, have to remodel a place. You have to go through the association. It could take months to get every step of your construction approved by them, by the committee. And if maybe somebody on the committee doesn't like what they see, they could reject your application and you have to go back to the drawing board. So that's con number one, is that the homeowners associations tend to be very strict if you own a condo. Now, a pro of having a condo is the amenities. Most condominium complexes come with gyms and pools and tennis courts, sometimes basketball courts, right? So there is an upside to owning a condo if that's what you're looking for. I've had clients in the past who told me specifically, Andrey, we want to have a home that has a homeowners association. And the reason why is because there is some benefit to homeowners associations. And the biggest one is they help the whole neighborhood to uphold values. One of the rules that you typically find in homeowners associations for even regular homes is the fact that you can't store, for example, junk cars out in the street or work on your cars out in the street. I would say that's a benefit because if the whole neighborhood looks like a junkyard, your values are going to go down because most people don't want to live in a community like that. So I'm not saying HOAs are all bad, but I would say there's more negative to owning a condo or a home that is a part of an association versus the positives. The negatives definitely outweigh the positives. Another negative when owning a condo is special assessments. A special assessment is where the HOA says, hey guys, we have to repair all the siding on this building right now, but there's a catch, we don't have the money. Right? For whatever reason. Maybe people aren't paying the homeowner dues on time or whatever. Or maybe it's just an unexpected expense and they really just weren't able to plan for it. A lot of times HOAs do try to plan for any expected expenses, right? But if they don't have the money to repair something, they split the cost between every unit owner in the building. And the reason why I sold my condo that I owned here in Renton is because I knew that sooner or later, within the next year or two, we were going to get hit with a $20,000 assessment. 20 or 23, something like that. That was the ballpark. Because in the rules, they said, hey, we're planning to do work in the future. And I looked at our numbers there on the reserves, right? That's a big thing that you want to check out is the reserves. I looked on the reserves and I realized, hey, these guys don't have a lot of money left over, so we might want to dip out sometime soon. And that's why I sold. And that's the second con or downside of owning a condo. And another downside, which also is a very big one, is the fact that condos don't grow in value as much as a home does and as fast as a home does. Typically, that's the case, where you buy a condo and it appreciates 50, 60% of what a regular home might appreciate over the same time period. So that is another big downside. But hey, at the end of the day, if you're going to be paying rent to somebody and you could get a condo with the same payment, why not put that money towards something that you own, right? So there is a benefit to owning a condo versus a rental, but owning a home is definitely top of the list. And one more positive to end this video that I can think of when it comes to owning a condo is the community. You know, when I owned my condo, I kind of liked the fact that there are so many neighbors around me. They're all pleasant, thankfully. We had a good time, good communication. We got together at the pool during summers, right? Tennis courts. Everybody got to know each other, and that was a beneficial aspect. And if you're looking for community, it's definitely a positive. However, if you're looking to be more reserved and private, away from the neighbors, then owning a condo is definitely not for you. Please keep in mind, I am a real estate agent here in the state of Washington. And if you go to my description down below, if you are interested in buying or selling a home here in the state, you can fill out my future client form. It simply asks you for your name, some basic info, and we can set up a time to have a conversation to see what could be right for you. So thanks so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate your time here, and I'll catch you in the next one.